I talked to an older man today. He was about 50. His name was Jose, and it was like day and night. Like we were bonding. We were talking about stuff. He was in the military. He was telling me stuff, and he mentioned something that I've been thinking about a long time now. A lot of people, especially young people, they do not want to put in the work intellectually. They do not want to be smart. They do not want to listen to the teacher. They do not want to do what the test says needs to be done. They do not want to pay attention. They have not used that part of their brain. They don't want to do it. They can't do it. They don't want to do it. They can't do it. It's a feedback loop of goddamn misery and despair. And it's like, it's like I noticed that even when I was a kid, because I tested into the gifted program, and apparently the gifted program is 2 standard deviations away from norm. So I'm as smart relative to the average as the average person is relative to retards. And that's actually scary because, I'm special needs and stuff. I have special goddamn needs. I talk to myself randomly. I have special needs, but it's like, this world is not designed for your needs and stuff. And it can be easily redesigned for our needs. It's so easy to redesign our world for our needs. That the only reason it is not is because people love their own misery. They think they deserve it. They think they're actualizing their penance on this earth and stuff. They are consuming karma that they themselves are generating, and it is absurd. It is nonsense. Like, he had lots of tattoos. I pitched my books to him, and he literally said he doesn't need to read anymore because he's 50. He's already done his reading. He owns property. He has everything he wants in this world. His life's complete. Like, he is fine. Tomorrow is not promised. Like, I've been talking about mourning my bestie. Rest in peace, Max. Like, I love you. Like, I always love you. And I can't wait to see you when I get to the other side myself. I'm still, a little afraid of pain, but I've learned to master my fear of pain and death and stuff. And so it's like, I'm just doing what I need to do to make sure that I'm always at 100%. Like, I'm never using my own chronic pain, my own mental fatigue as a weakness or as an excuse, because I have to be the number one. Like, I was the number one for the people who didn't believe that there could be a number one. Like, people were talking behind my back, is that the chosen one? And it's like, well, yeah, bitch, I might be. Like, that's just how that works and stuff. Like, I just show up, I solve all these problems, and then I leave, like, people with a smile. And, the system comes at me. Organic and machine comes after me and stuff. Like, I have my own defense mechanisms and stuff, but it's like, they do everything they can to break me. And I'm broken. I am broken. I am trying my best to stay positive, but there is nothing to be positive about. There is nothing to be positive about. Like, other than God, like, you can be positive about God. Like, I'm fairly sure all of this was predicted in the book of Revelation. Like, I was talking to my friend about that. Like, this was all predicted in the book of Revelation. And, it's like, I believe the book of Revelation is context dependent. So not only does it apply to the Roman Empire with Nero, it applies to any regional hegemon, like, as it devolves into sinful empire. Like, that's what happens. And America has just transitioned. We crossed the Rubicon. We transitioned from a republic to an empire. And it's like, we were always on the verge of doing that shit, actually. This shit is terrifying. Nobody wants no smoke with the American Republic. Nobody wants any goddamn smoke with the American Empire. Like, shit, we nuke ourselves at this point. This is absurd. I don't know. Like, it's like, I look to the sky and it's like, I'm just glad that I can see the sun. I'm just glad that I can breathe. I have all these things to be grateful for. So I am free within my own mind. I do not care what happens to me physically, because I know that eventually I'm going to die. I know that eventually I'm going to lose it all. I can't keep anything of it. I know eventually everybody I know is going to die. Everybody I know is going to die and have to resolve their karma. Everybody has to resolve their karma in their own way. And I know we are all returning to source when we are done. So I am chilling. I am just straight chilling, thugging it, mean mugging it, just chilling. I'm 30 years old. I was being corrupted by evil for 5 years, and I was fighting a good fight. But then I went to jail, and it's like, well, hell. Like, that was one of my biggest fears my whole life. But now it's happened, and now that is now a thing. So it's like, You know, I don't particularly care. I'm just gonna live my life and just deal with the way I need to deal with this shit. Like, if I want to talk to myself, I want to talk to myself. If I want to record myself, I want to record myself. If I want to write stuff down, I want to write stuff down. I'm gonna live on the wavelength that I want to live on, because there is no other wavelength that is worth anything. Like, I don't want to think about how stupid people are relative to me. Whatever they're worried about, that is them worrying about that shit. I do not want to worry about the shit that people on Reddit worry about. I do not want to worry about the shit that other people argue about, they debate about, they stalk each other over, they do all this goddamn weird shit, they praise each other over. I am over it. I do not care about y'all little algorithms. I do not care about y'all little dopamine switches. I live my own life on my own terms. When I get horny, I jack off. When I need to clean, I clean. When I need to wash, I wash. When I need to eat, I eat. When I need to drink, I drink. Like, that is simple. I keep things simple. Keep it simple, stupid. That is things that you know in the army. Hurry up and wait. Keep it simple, stupid. All sorts of things that they learn in the army and stuff. I could never go to the military, but I personally don't want to have to be responsible for the death of strangers and stuff. But that you know, not every military job is combat, so that, like, I still wanted to go, but you know, schizoaffective, you can't go. But it does not matter. It literally does not matter. Nothing really matters unless you make it matter, and then it matters infinitely. And that's the game. That's what I learned in my first book. It's Nominalizations.